website. Now, what about you, Eric? If you want to just go back to your introduction about
Sure,
you and your work, and then we
sure.
can go into your process.
My name is Eric Collin. I live in Riverdale, New York. I do acrylic illustrations. I try to capture a moment of emotion, whether that be fear or joy or tension. I was very influenced by comic books, but in the paintings, I want to capture that whole story in one image. And I like to use old toys or iconic historical fictional characters. And now lately, I've been doing cats. And in this painting, I've kind of combined the two. So let me talk about the process a little. So it either starts as a photograph or a sketch at a diner. So just to show you an example, here's a menu, and here's, I'm playing around with this sketch. And then I go to the Xerox machine at Staples and blow it up. So it's hard to see here, but so I can kind of rub the back on and get lines onto a canvas and keep the same proportions. I mean, I was at an Italian restaurant and had to rip up, the paper menu. Again, it's kind of fading out here, of a sketch that became an elaborate painting, but it started out as just me being bored. Lectures are terrific because I have nothing to do with my hands. So in this painting, it actually starts out with a photograph of my cat. And I love the photo, which again is hard for me to navigate with the virtual background, but you kind of get the hint. Then, I did the sketch. I blew it up. Uh, I did a line drawing of it. I kind of kept those proportions intact to do the pencil drawing. And then later in the pencil drawing, again, I'm trying to navigate this. I did add Mickey Mouse at the bottom because I needed something to tell a story other than the cat just posing. Um, so eventually that becomes a black and white picture.
Mhm.
Side to side. I'm not quite sure how.
No.
This is a movie magic. But anyway, it becomes a black and white painting. And then eventually I did the painting over again because I kind of really enjoyed it as a black and white and did it as a color. And so, and in terms of the painting and where I do it, I mean, I have a drawing table in my bedroom, but it's not much. I go to a class once a week where I just use it as a studio space. I work very small. This is my painting kit. Everything fits in here. I'm using acrylic paints. This is half tube size. So everything's very portable. I can be in a park. Sometimes I'm going to a coffee shop with the paints if they allow me.
Oh.
And that's it. So, and the more I paint into it, the scarier it becomes because you start falling in love with the pieces and the lines, and every next stroke could be like damaging to it. So there's always this fight between, especially with a painting like this, between the accuracy, getting that cat to look like a cat, and the spontaneity of it. And there's a certain point where I leave the photograph and just kind of go nuts. And then I was able to do that with the background and with Mickey. So that's it. I think I've covered it.
Yeah, great. You must be excited with a version of Mickey going into public domain now.
Actually, I'm more scared of it because you can always, I'll tell you why, you can always use these characters for parody. That was never off the table. Seeing Winnie the Pooh as a horror figure was just a little nuts for me. So uh, I think, I kind of want to keep it in the realm of creative parody and what Mad Magazine was able to do without people actually using the actual thing. I feel bad for the corpse that didn't realize it'd be around in 100 years.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Eric and
Thank you.
Barbara. So now let's move on to the next